I'm Harris Faulkner. This is a Fox News alert. We have been covering for days now Hannah Anderson, 16-year-old, kidnapped. And we were told that a double murderer had taken her, suspected double murderer, had taken her into this wilderness area in Idaho. This whole thing started in San Diego, California, and now authorities say that they have killed the suspect and that young Hannah is safe. A news conference just happening right now. Let's watch.
Well, the first thing was we were related that Hannah appeared to be safe and was rescued and will be reunited with her family in the near future. Obviously, we would like Mr. DiMaggio to surrender and face justice in a court of law, but that's not going to be the case.
You said that Hannah was in good shape, but did she have any injuries that you know of?
Nothing I know of. And she's going to be taken to a hospital where she'll be thoroughly evaluated before any detectives or FBI agents interview her.
Any ideas that she might come home to?
No, I don't have any information in that regard.
So the reunification would take place in Idaho?
Yes, yeah. Mr. Anderson will be transported to Idaho and hopefully reunited with his daughter tomorrow morning sometime.
What's next for this case? Obviously, the guy you guys wanted is dead.
Well, there's obviously still a lot of investigation to be done. We'll be talking to Hannah, getting more details of exactly what happened, and just kind of wrapping up our investigation.
Do you have any idea of any other circumstances of the manhunt and how they were discovered?
Well, I just know that we had a lot of resources in that area, both on the ground and aerial resources. It's my understanding that the campsite was spotted from the air, and then that the ground units were sent into that area, which eventually led to the confrontation.
You talk about you were in constant communication with them. Can you talk about the interaction and how San Diego investigators here were involved with what was going on up there?
Well, we sent investigators, homicide investigators, child abuse investigators, and some of our evidence technicians up there, realizing we're going to be processing the car and other things. So we were in communication, as was the FBI. They've been in our office. This has been a joint effort from really day one, and it's the way law enforcement is supposed to work. And I'm very gratified to see it resolved in this way with this joint effort and collaboration, which was really unprecedented. Okay? Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
We have just been watching the official announcement that Hannah Anderson is okay. Let me catch everybody up. This has started last Sunday when this little girl went missing, was reported missing. Her mother and brother had been murdered, her 8-year-old brother and mother rather. This started in San Diego, California, which is why the San Diego Sheriff's Department is making this announcement. An Amber Alert put out after that mom and young child were murdered, and the young woman on the left-hand side here was taken with the man that you see here. Police say, you heard him say, we would like to have brought him to justice. James DiMaggio, the suspect in this case, accused of that double murder and of taking Hannah, but it didn't work out that way. That man has been taken out by law enforcement. He talked about the huge amount of assets that were deployed to find this young girl and this man in one of the worst areas to have to look for somebody because of the treacherous terrain in the wilderness area called the No Return Wilderness Area in Idaho. They had a huge job on their hands to try to search this 2 million acre roadless property in Idaho. Beautiful country, but a nightmare to try to find somebody in. And this guy was known to be an outdoorsman and knew the terrain well. So they knew they had a big job ahead of them. They had hundreds of law enforcement officers. They had federal agents helping them out. And now the report that Hannah is okay. Her father has been contacted to let him know that she is now being looked at medically to make sure she's okay. But this story is huge, breaking on this Saturday night because no one knew whether she would be okay and what it would turn out to be. And now Hannah is safe. The perpetrator, police say, taken out. San Diego Sheriff's Department giving the update now, and hopefully we'll get to see Hannah Anderson at some point going forward. That's the latest here. We'll return you now to Huckabee.